Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today let's go over a medium question that I just solved on my own. So I'm really happy about this, and I'm glad that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any assistance. And yeah, so let me show you how I did it. This one's called maximum number of removable characters. So you're given two strings S and P, so you already know that P is going to be a subsequence of S because the subsequence is where the order doesn't matter. The order doesn't change if you delete the character. So there has to be an A and then a B in front of an A inside of S for P to be a subsequence of S. So basically, they want you to find the maximum number called K, which is within this range, so that after you remove K numbers from the front of this list called removable, P is still a subsequence of S. So this is a binary search question, right? So let's first come up with a brute force approach, which is to try every value from 0 all the way to length of removable. And then we can just say if is good of I, then our answer is max of answer, and so for I in range length removable, because that's the biggest one, then it's going to be the max of answer in I, and then we return answer, because what we're going to do is here we're just going to try the current value. And so now let's go ahead and get the list of removable, and again we want the front number of value characters. And then we just don't want to include, let's say we're working with list 3 and 1, then we just don't want to include index 3 and index 1. So then we can just make a new list, and let's just go through for J in range length of S. If J is inside of Y, then we continue, otherwise new.append S of J. And then we have to ask if it's a subsequence. So we're going to return a Boolean, whether it's going to be is sub of P and join of new. That list works too. So basically this is determining if it's a subsequence or not. So P and current. And now we can just use a two-pointer approach to compare. So for example, let's say we have A, B, C, A, C, B, and then we have A and B. So we're going to start an I pointer here, and then we're going to start a J pointer here, and these match, so then we can move both forward to B, and these match, so then we're good to go. So let's say that this matches, but let's say that they don't match. So in that case, you would obviously still have to keep moving this forward because S is going to be at least bigger than or equal to J. So let's say this is the other B that matched, then fine. And then we can increment this as well. So only increment this once you found the pointer inside of S itself, which is cur. Okay, so I and J is equal to 0, 0, while I is less than length of P and J is less than length of cur. Again, if P of I is equal to cur of J, then we can move both. Otherwise, we just move J, right? And then we see how much progress we've made, because we want to cover every single letter inside of P, and then we just return count is equal to length of P. So let's run this. Okay, there's something wrong here. Let's print Y. Okay, value +1, it looks like. Okay, so we're going to try. Yeah, so size is length of removable. Let's do +1 because we have to, this also, it's less than or equal to removable.length, right? Okay, so then we can up to not including value the index and then submit it. So obviously this is going to be really slow because this is my first brute force attempt, and then I optimized it using binary search. So this is n by itself, and you're going to get time limit exceeded, but we can use binary search because we know the left bound should be 0 and the right bound should be length of removable. So while left is less than or equal to right, we have a midpoint, and we're going to try that midpoint. And if the midpoint is too big, so if is good of mid is actually valid, then answer is max of answer in mid, and we're trying to maximize k, so throw away the left side, right? Otherwise, shrink the right side. So that takes it to log of n instead of n, which is a lot of reduction if you're doing this every single time. So let's run it. Okay, submit it. Okay. Okay, time limit exceeded. Okay, so this is n by itself, so let's call this scene is set of y. Let's make this O of 1 check instead of n. Okay. And there you go, passes all test cases. So again, I'm really glad that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any assistance and solve it on my own. Even though the runtime and memory are not great, again, this represents my own work, and so I'm proud of that. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more.